9th?
April 9th, yeah.
Before we get started tonight, we want to give a special DMX.
Oh, yeah.
So much music for us. On tonight, we're getting ready to interview Sid Jones
What's up?
for her performance tonight at Westside Cultural Arts Center. Before I get started, tell me a little bit about this Sid Jones. Who is Sid Jones?
So Sid Jones, I mean, I'm from Cartersville, Georgia. I'm from a small town. I grew up very close with my family, so, you know, I feel like, you know, Sid Jones is a person that's very, you know, I was quiet as a kid, but I'm very social. Like, you know, I'm very hospitable because I'm from a small town. When it comes to the music, you know what I'm saying? I'm really just trying to tell my story. If I didn't have the experiences that I've been through, then I wouldn't have nothing to rap about. So it's like, I'm just trying to tell my story and talk about the things that I've been through, some real stuff, in hopes that, you know, it reaches people's ears that are like, you know, my age, when I was like 18 going through these things, and I felt like, you know, because I was in a small town, like I could see this big dream, I had this vision, but I didn't know how I was gonna get there because, you know, being in a small town, all you see is like, you know, people working in factories and doing all these kind of things, and I fell in that same trap because it was like a mindset thing. So, you know, I want to be able to reach people that are in these small towns and just let them know, like, you know, they can be whatever and get through whatever. Like, everybody's going through something. So, you know, that's just Sid Jones.
So would you kind of describe your music as like an inspirational music for young people today?
Oh, for sure. You know, and people my age too, you know. I hit 30, so I don't even feel like it, but, you know, that's just what it is. So, you know, I hope to reach people my age as well, you know. I think that people my age actually, you know, respect the lyrical style of rap more, you know. So
I heard you mention Cartersville. You're in Atlanta
right.
now. What was Cartersville like?
Cartersville is, I mean, you pull up and you're gonna see at least like 5 to 10 people you know in a short visit, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're riding through the Summer Hill community, which is where my grandmother lived and where I was, you know, raised basically. That's where we got off the bus at, you know. But yeah, Cartersville is a small town. It's growing though. Like a lot of people can reference Cartersville through Trevor Lawrence, the football player, because they say Cartersville a lot with him. But you know, other than that, it really don't get mentioned.
So you're in Atlanta now. Did you come to Atlanta strictly for the music, or?
Not really. It was like more relationship stuff, but it all worked out though because that allowed me to just be closer to like Edgewood and the music room and all those types of things. But it wasn't necessarily for music, you know. And being from Cartersville, Atlanta's only like 45 minutes away anyway, so it wasn't like, you know, I mean, we could just hop in the car and come to Atlanta anyway. But it does help being closer, you know.
So were you in the music scene before you came to Atlanta, or just when you got here, you just felt something and decided to get into it?
Well, I wasn't doing, you know, how I'm doing now. Like, you know, I would be in Cartersville and link up with some people and, you know, we'd do some things, but it wasn't really serious. So, you know, I'm an introvert. So even when I'm in Atlanta, like, I'm in the house, like, you know, especially now we got COVID, but even before that, like, you know, I like going out, but I also like just watching TV and being on the couch, you know, and, you know, I'm very introverted at the same time, which is crazy. So it wasn't really Atlanta that, you know, brought it out of me. It was really me going to therapy and realizing, like, you know, these different little things where I was like breaking through and being able, because I started the music and then as everybody knows, I'll do like this big like break in between each one, and it's like, okay, why can't I just be consistent? But it's like I was going through things, so I feel like I got more serious, and each album that I've done has been a result of, you know, me going to therapy and me just growing as a person to be able to break through and do it, you know.
So where Westside Cultural Arts Center, did you put on this show then? What was something that you came up with?
Yeah. So definitely wanted to do a concert and came up with it. I met up with Sharika Brooks, And I was like, before, right when I met her, I was like, how can we work together or whatever? So, I knew I wanted to do a concert. And then, me and Sharika started talking, and that's how the whole, the art came to with the concert, having some art at the concert. Because Sharika brought that up. But, yeah.
And I see you have four other people on the card tonight that are performing. Were they like friends of yours that you linked up with, or?
Yeah, so all of the people I know, we got DC that calls, like, I think he's from Cartersville, but like he has people in Atlanta too, but it's like I know him because, of people we follow and stuff, because, we're all following each other. So him, and then LaDon is from Cartersville as well. I mean, he has people in Houston. He's not really originally from Cartersville, but he's been there so long, so that's how I know him. And then Courtney Noir, the singer, that's actually my partner's cousin. She's from Dallas, Texas, so it just happened to work out that way. Like, she's crazy talented, and it was just cool that she was, I knew her through my partner. But yeah, so everybody here that's performing, I know them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So y'all just put on an event, and tonight, after you finish this gala event, what do you want to do after that?
After that, I want to put out a summer EP, because all of my music, literally every tape that I have, drops in December. I don't know what it is. My birthday's in October. When that weather starts changing, I go back to those tracks that I've just done sporadically and put them together and make a tape, an album for December. But next, I'm going to have a summer EP. That's my goal, you know what I'm saying? I want to put out some nice music that kind of gives you a different feel, so.
Another a summer EP with a summer concert, summer show?
I think that's what's going to happen, because I'm loving this so much, like I want to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? And this time it's based around, like, my album Visions from the Ville. We got the photos that represent Cartersville, but, I want to keep doing this and, like, having more performers come out and just give an opportunity to other people from my home, whether it's from my hometown or just people I know in Atlanta, So I think you onto something with that one. Yeah.
I mean, because I'm just looking at, I've been here before, everybody's here. This is a pretty tight spot.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, when I was performing in Atlanta, like before COVID and stuff, sometimes you can perform for free, or sometimes you gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to perform. So why not just go ahead and do my own thing and sell tickets and get it back? You know what I'm saying? So I'm providing my own opportunity, and I'm bringing myself to the table instead of waiting on a seat. I'm gonna create that seat. So.
Speaking about the table, I checked out the video, and had the big table.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
So that song is called Visions from the Ville, off the album Visions from the Ville. I had that big table set up in the video because, in that song I said we can all eat. Because coming from a small town, you got that crab in the barrel mentality that you see somebody else doing good, and it's like you want to hate on that person. And it's like, no, we're from a small town, and we got people running nonprofits. We got other people, artists that sound great. We got all kind of people doing great things, and it's like I invited them to that table as a representation that, we can all eat. So that was why I had the big table and all the food and all that.
So tonight,
So yeah, actually I'm gonna do 2 songs from like an old, album to kind of incorporate those. So yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So we pretty much in our collaboration, we just cover arts and entertainment.
Yeah.
Our main thing, and I really, when I saw the concept behind the show, I was attracted to it because I'm a concept photographer.
Right.
And during COVID, I got more tied into the art.
Gotcha.
Creative spot up. But I love to see, grassroots, underground.
Right, stuff start.
Yeah.
We gonna look back on this and be like, man, like, to see where we came from and like how it all started.
And it, a little bit different, but in like 2008, 2009, I went to shoot Q-Tip
Wow.
down at the loft.
Wow.
And opening up for Q-Tip was Jonelle Monáe. And I didn't know, I had no idea who Jonelle
Right.
Monáe was. And then fast forward about 3 or 4 years ago, and I took pictures of her, talked to her, she came out proud. Went there, it was only like 40 people there, you know,
Wow.
for her. And 10 years later, she was getting an Academy, you know, she was
Exactly.
nominated for Academy.
And see, that's how, when I first put on this event, I'm getting anxious because I'm looking at Eventbrite like, man, only 12 people got tickets. Like, I got a week left. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it made me think of, though. As the week went on, I'm like, no matter how many people in that room, a show is going on. And, you know, this ain't the last one. I got to get to the first one to get to the next one. So this is the first one. We, you know, it's gonna get to where it needs to be. So I kind of got over that just by, you know, telling myself, like, you know, this is the first one. And no matter, like the story you just told me, I know that happens. You know, I'm not the only one, you know, so it is what it is.
And that is the, how would I say, in looking at that, what you've already done, you know, I'm telling you, my father was an entertainer.
Right.
I grew up in the entertainment and to get started, and one of the things I heard you say is consistency.
For sure. Right, because I go back and listen to my last stuff and I'm like, eek, you know, like I don't even want to hear that because I can hear the evolution, you know what I'm saying, in my voice and everything. So that's why I didn't go back to that very first one, you know, I went back to the second one. So, but yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, I'm really excited. You know, I had those moments where I'm like, man, like, ain't nobody buying tickets or like this and that, but I always tell myself, like, I gotta do this to get to the, like, it's all divine. It's gonna happen how it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I can't just step into this thinking that I'm somebody that's like, everybody knows, like, you know, this is the process.
Is there anything that you want to tell the audience out there as far as Sid Jones before, anything that you want to tell the audience?
Go stream my album, Visions from the Ville, because I dropped that in December. It's not old at all. So, you know, go stream that. Go watch the video for it, for the song Visions from the Ville off the album. And, you know, follow me on Instagram, at Sid Jones, SYDJONES. I got more coming, you know, and this is just the beginning and I'm excited. And, you know, I want people to follow me on my journey because, you know, like Cardi say, you know, it's up and it's up. So, yeah.
And that's Sid Jones.
Yes.
At West Side Cultural Arts Center.
Yes.